I am going to talk about something that's gotten under my skin, finally. A little bit. It's not going to ruin my whole day.
Is it something about the show or just in life?
Just in life.
Okay.
As you know, I commute about 45 miles in one direction every day.
Yeah, it's quite the drive.
It is quite the drive. But because I've been doing it for over 2 years now, it goes pretty quickly. Mm-hmm. It doesn't really bother me that much to make the drive. The route that I need to take is not heavily populated with traffic.
Sure.
Because the 39 of the 45 miles that I drive is toll road.
Okay.
So people have to pay to ride on this road. So not every piece of riffraff is out there blocking up the lanes, so I can get on by there about 80 miles an hour. But regardless, not a lot of 92 Buicks on the road. Not really, no, not really. So I don't really have traffic issues to deal with in the morning or even coming home at night. Sure. What I do have to deal with is toll booth issues.
Okay.
Now I know that the iPass or the Easy Pass is pretty popular, pretty much in anywhere in the United States who has a toll road system.
Sure.
I mean, I have a iPass that is registered in Illinois because they were the first ones to have it, but since then it works across Ohio and Indiana and even into Pennsylvania, and I believe it works on the East Coast if I'm not mistaken.
Sure.
But regardless of that, there are people who still want to pay their tolls with either cash,
right, or
they want to slide their debit or credit card into the little slot to pay their toll.
Okay.
Well, the toll booths are marked as you're approaching them, and they either say Easy Pass or cash or credit. Mm-hmm. Well, people who aren't paying attention, the ones who want to pay cash or credit, they roll up into the Easy Pass lane and then they're stuck. Because there's no way of paying their toll, and then they have to get an attendant to come to the toll booth, and then they have to run their card or pay their cash or whatever. But the Easy Pass lanes are meant for using your iPass, your transponder to roll through there. This week alone, I've had 4 instances, 2 going to work, 2 coming home, where cash payers rolled into the Easy Pass lane. So you're stuck. You can't go anywhere unless the person behind you backs up and you back out of the lane so you can go over to another lane and get on through.
It's funny.
I mean, it's ridiculous. But again, my bitch is that people don't pay attention to what they're doing out there. Or you get somebody out there who maybe never drove the toll road before, so they don't know how it works.
Right.
But they just kind of fuck it up for everybody.
Do you lay on your horn and just stay on it to make them feel even more embarrassed?
I mean, what's that going to do?
Make them feel more embarrassed, make them learn their lesson?
Yeah, it's just better if you can get up in the next lane over and then shake your finger at them.
Yeah, or flip them off. Hey, fuck you!
Yeah, what are you doing over there?
Yeah, dummy.
Yeah, so that's one of my bitches this week.
Get out of my lane, you creep.
Yeah, get out of there. What are you doing in this lane?
Yeah, you creep.
Yeah, exactly. So just thought I'd bring that up and get that off my chest. But I know that you don't deal with the toll roads when you make your trip to Pittsburgh.
Nope, I have it all scouted out to avoid that. It's fucking, not that I can't afford it, but it's $13 each way, dude.
$26 round trip in tolls.
Yeah, to fucking Pittsburgh to drive 100 miles.
Right.
It's like a quarter a mile. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah, pal.
So it's a good thing you got that GPS, because even though they made that trip 100 times, you'll make the wrong turn each time.
Dude, I'm the worst. I am absolutely the worst. If my GPS tells me to go to, I have done that drive at least 100 times. And if my GPS told me to drive past the street that I know I have to get off, I'll drive right past. I am so bad at directions. Oh, you know this, dude. I always have been terrible at directions. And, I can get lost going to places around here. I used to always GPS on my phone going out to Billy's Club when we did our club things.
Nice.
Because I would get lost. And how many times did we do that? Billy let me drink for free. You think a club that lets me drink for free that I would learn how to get there? Nah, not me. Always needed directions. Fucking retard.
Always lost.
I always was. Because I spend more time playing with the radio than I do actually paying attention to where I am.
Nice. Well, I know you basically hate to drive anyway.
Yeah, I don't. I've been home now a few months, since October. I've only been back to Pittsburgh twice since October. And I'm literally, this is going to make you nuts. I'm on a rotation now to where I have to fill up my car once every 5 weeks.
Nice.
I don't go anywhere. I just stay at home, or even when I'm out, because as you're aware, and I guess the audience is too, I've been dating around a little bit, but I date close so that I don't have to drive more than like 5 miles.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to fucking waste the gas.
Right. You check the old Plenty of Fish and go, where do you live again? Oh, you live over in, I don't know, Macedonia? What, that's like 5, it's too far to go. If you're not within Streetsboro or Twinsburg, forget it.
You're in Macedonia. Is that north or south side?
Right. What, Solon? I never go to Solon.
Solon, shit. I better call my brother so that I can get two visits for one out of that.
Right.
If I'm going to go that extra mile and a quarter.
Sure. Well, I'll go to Solon. Do they have an Applebee's there?
Oh, no. Actually, they closed their Applebee's, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so no. I think they have a Ruby Tuesdays, though. Same thing.
Okay. Well, speaking of Applebee's.
Yes.
I literally have not been to an Applebee's in, I'm going to say that I probably have not been to an Applebee's in 6 years.
Okay.
And so this week, I just was feeling, it's been warm here this week.
Sure.
And, I just wanted to get out a little bit after work. I didn't want to just do the same old routine and make dinner here. I just wanted to get out, get a little drive in. So,
sure.
I have an Applebee's close to me. I haven't been in there in 6 years.
Sure.
So I went in there, and the place was absolutely dead.
No one in it.
Nobody there. So
okay.
I walk up there, sit up at the bar. There's this girl. She's behind the bar. This girl was tattooed from the base of her neck all the way down her arms and across her chest. And, I mean, she was tattooed. I mean, she was like reading a newspaper. I mean, she had so much ink that, and it just, none of it just like made any sense. It was just a lot of those black tattoos. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of color.
Yeah.
Nice enough girl though, but holy shit. So this girl's working behind the bar, friendly enough.
Sure.
So I go in there and, I said, is this place usually this dead? She goes, oh man, it's been horrible this week. So, the weather's been nice.
Right. Sure.
And I went in there and just had Applebee's and it was just like, now I remember why I didn't come in here. Nothing special.
Other than reading that lady's chest, you had nothing to do.
Yeah, really. So I just had one of their chicken salads and, and I was just like, okay, yeah, that was nothing special.
Do you think these kids these days will have shame in like 35 years when they're like someone's grandmother?
Well, you know what? The thing is I got a couple of tattoos. I got some up near my shoulder, on either side, but that's as much as it goes. But well, I tell you what, to cover your entire body with tattoos, and especially the black ones, there's no color at all. They're just black outlines, or they're black figures, or they're zodiac signs, or whatever it is that they do. I mean, or they have like a tattoo of a necklace,
right?
And it's like, ugh, wow.
Yeah, I know. Before I got fried, I had a tribal tattoo around my arm.
Sure.
And you know what? I can honestly say I'm glad that I got fried off, because I don't know. Now that I'm 50, I don't know that I would want tribal art.
Yeah, well, that was one of those trendy, fashionable tattoos.
Yeah, and I got it in like 89 or something.
Right.
89, 90, whatever. Whenever whenever Arise came out by Sepultura.
Right.
That's when I got it.
Okay.
Because I was a totally trendy douche. And and I did. I had that tattoo, and then it got fried off in the fire. But yeah, now I'm like, okay, glad I don't have that anymore.
Sure.
Because I would have looked like a fucking dick. Fucking with a bad tattoo. When you see people with the bad tattoos, dude, don't you just cringe?
I do. And when I decided to get the few tattoos that I have, it was very important to me that they were done well, that they have some color to them, and that they actually mean something. They weren't just some random design that I said, here, tack that on my skin, will ya?
Yeah. Let me get a sleeve with a bunch of shit that means nothing.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to go that route, and I made sure that they were high enough up on my shoulder to where, it didn't interfere with business. I wanted a couple of tattoos. I had a couple in mind. I got them, and that's where it ended.
Yeah. The only positive I could see about having like a sleeve tattoo is it seems like all these guys that are fucking all the hot chicks in the porn I watch have the fucking sleeve tattoos.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, maybe that's the key. Maybe that's what I'm missing.
I don't know. I just think it's trendy. I mean, remember when Billy still had the foundry, and he had a couple of those girls that were working behind the bar, and really good looking girls.
Yeah,
but they were all tatted up.
Yeah, the one girl that you sort of dated.
Well, I was going to get to that. She, this girl Gina. Beautiful girl, just beautiful, just
model perfect.
Yes. And, during the time that I went out with her for a short amount of time back in 2002, not a tattoo on her body. But then when we met up with her again, what was it, 2006?
Yeah, whatever the Piercy thing
Yeah, it was like 2006, I think, 2006 or 2007. She was totally sleeved.
Yeah, and looked awful.
Yeah, between 2002 and 2006, over a 4-year period, she got herself tatted up majorly.
Yeah, and ruined what was arguably perfection.
Yeah, I mean, when I was dating her, going out with her, I had taken her to a show, Enough's Enough show.
Right.
This was back when Billy still owned the Revolution.
Yeah.
And went to Enough's Enough show, and Chip was like, yeah, come on back to the back room, brother. I want to talk to you, And so I went back there, and Gina was with me, and he goes, is this your girlfriend? I said, yeah, we're going out and stuff. And he goes, she could just sit on a chair in the middle of the room, and I would just sit there and just stare at her.
So true, though, with her, man.
Yeah.
When she would come down, like when I was doing the show with you,
you'd pop in. She would come down. Sure.
I couldn't stop looking at her.
Yeah.
I mean, she just arguably one of the top 5 perfect faces I've ever encountered in my life.
Yeah, she was beautiful.
She was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And she was the kind of girl that even though you weren't trying to do anything with, you felt guilty talking to a little bit. I did. I always did. I always felt like, because I couldn't help but think about, man, I would do some filthy shit to you, because she was beautiful.
Yeah, she was a very good looking girl, but boy, you and I were both shocked when we saw her. It's like,
that's what we were shocked and horrified.
Yeah, we were just like, what the hell?
And she was like, hey! And we're like, oh, hey.
It's like, wow, what happened?
Yeah. Did you fall into an ink vat or what?
Yeah, really.
But, yeah, because she didn't even have good tattoos either. She had awful tattoos.
Yeah, she whatever. Yeah.
At least you got to bang that one. It was good.
Yeah, exactly. So, but anyway, that for me, is just a big turnoff. I mean, I just don't dig the whole tatted up chick. I mean, if they have one, I can, that's all right with me. But when they go with the sleeve and they get their whole back done, and it's just all, it's like, no.
Yeah, not a big fan of like the full body shit, but I do like some of it. Like, I love when they have shit that's like on either side or both sides of the puss.
Okay.
I love that, like lightning bolts or powers or some shit. I've seen quite a bit of that. I love the tramp stamp. Do you like the tramp stamp or no?
I'm not. I just don't like a girl that looks trashy. I just don't like that.
And me, I start and stop at the trailer park.
Yeah,
so.
see, I don't dig the trashy look. I like a girl that has kind of a real sex appeal to her, but I don't want her to look like a trailer trash.
All she needs from me is a vagina that she was born with. And
Just give me the puss. That's all I care about. I'll close my eyes for the rest. I'd
be fine with that. If they find a way to humanize the fleshlight like a living, breathing fucking puss, I'd buy that in a minute.
Well, it's not too far away, my friend.
I would invest in it. I would probably drop if it was like a real pussy and it got wet and shit. Yeah, $2,000.
Okay,
I'd spend $2,000 for that.
Sure.
And then I would never just think of how perfect that would be. Little imagination, a pussy that feels like a pussy. And no talking back ever.
Right.
Oh, is that heaven? That's what I need in my life.
Now go get me a drink.
That would be the drawback, because I'd have to go get my own sandwich.
Well, there you go. But if it could be animatronic robot.
Yeah.
I'll go get me a drink.
Don't you think that's going to come sometime?
Well, like I said, I think they've already perfected almost to that point.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I mean, I know the technology is kind of expensive right now, but I think they've already perfected it to where you can almost have the realistic experience.
Yeah, I just would be afraid of the malfunction, and it just rips your dick off or something.
So you're assuming that the pussy has some kind of a mechanical apparatus there?
Well, if it works through mechanics, you got to assume that it can fucking rip shit apart.
So it's got a gripper to it.
Well, honestly, and I know you probably haven't thought about this much, but how much force do you think it really would take to rip a cock off?
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I can't think. Dude, you get flicked in the balls the wrong way, you're fucking leveled.
Sure.
I can't imagine that fucking to actually tear a dick off would be that much fucking, that hard.
Right.
And especially if you're talking about something like that's electronic that feels, that won't, stop pulling because of pressure.
Right.
I could see it happening.
Quit it. Stop it. Quit it.
Yeah, there will be no safe words for a fucking electronic device.
Right.
You'll just get your dick pulled off.
You're feverishly reaching behind trying to undo the screw on the battery case, trying to pull the battery out.
Yeah, and meanwhile it's fucking tearing that spot between your fucking pubis and your fucking base of your cock.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you been talking to Bob Leather lately? This sounds like Bob Leather talk.
Well, I didn't say the weather or the time.
That is true. All right. Well, we are here on the Classic Metal Show. If you are listening to the Classic Metal Show via the Spreaker, you could tune in or jump in the chat room over at chatandkill.com, chatandkill.com, and join the nut jobs over there. Or if you like, if you're listening to any other means, we have several ways of listening to us. You can listen to us via the Spreaker Live, or you can listen to our only affiliate, uncontrollednoise.com, and check out one of their streams over there. But we are back once again, and it's been a hell of a week, a nice warm week. I think it's been pretty much mild most around the country.
Yeah, it's been nice here.
Yeah, we had 60 and 70 degree weather this week.
I don't think we got to 70. I think we got to like 65 was about the warmest, but nice week. No complaints.
How crazy is that you could go outside in the middle of February without a coat?
Yeah, well, but you know what? That probably means it'll snow in June.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
Yep.
Global
warming.
Exactly. So I just, made sure when I went to the grocery store, I asked for plastic bags. And, when I went to the gas station, I used I did not use any E85. I used just straight up gasoline.
All right.
And I was happy about that.
You just said, fuck it, I'm wrecking this fucking.
Yeah, I got no legacy to protect. I'm out of here.
Yeah, pal!
Yeah, so screw you and all your environmentalists.
That's right. No girl was good enough for my seed, so fuck you if you were good enough for someone else's seed.
Exactly. All right, well, let's take a short break here and play a couple of tunes. So I've got a tune picked out just for you, Mr. Aiken, in light of all the discussion we just had.
Okay.
I'm going to dedicate this to you and your love of driving. I'm going to play some Alice Cooper,
All right.
with Lost in America.
All right.
All right, here's Alice Cooper exclusively here
On your classic metal show.